Hey folks, welcome back. It's a little cold out today, a little snow on the ground, but I figured I'd take the time and show you my climbing method. I've got my platform down here, which is basically the seat part of the lone wolf climbing pull-up climber thing, and I've got my rope here. I gasket my rope, C-gasket my rope, and I carry it with a carabiner already on there. And then the tail, I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot on the tail end, even though it's plenty long, and I'm not going to go up so high, but I still want to make sure I've got a knot in the end of my rope, just in case anything happens. There's the knot there. I'm going to take my gasket out. Drop my rope on the end. And I'm just going to give a quick flake just to make sure everything's going to flow smoothly. And I'm going to double flake my rope, so I'm starting at the end that I'm going to be girth hitching around the tree to climb on, all the way down to the tail end, the end that's going to be on the tree, just to get any knots out. And then I'm going to flake it back. If I were climbing with the bow, I would have an overhand knot on the end of the tail instead of just a stopper knot, and I would clip my carabiner through that onto my quiver, so that way I could haul my bow up as well. All right, now the rope is nice and tidy. I'm gonna move my platform down so I can stand on it, and then I'm gonna loop my rope around the tree, clip that carabiner in, clip the rope into the carabiner, you can see there. And the other thing that I'm going to do, I've got some 2mm accessory cord right here. I'm going to go ahead and clip that in as well. And that's going to then allow me to be able to rappel down later and retrieve my line. I'll drop that down. I don't have to unlock the carabiner again, and I'm good to go. So I've got my device. I don't know if I've got that angle right. Let me see. So I've got my device here, the Gri-Gri, and I've got it through my bridge line, which is sucked in tight, and I've got a backup knot holding the prusik in place there. I'm going to put my rope, again, through the Gri-Gri in the proper orientation, climbing side up. I'm going to flip that closed, and then I'm going to clip my Gri-Gri into my device. And I like it so that way it's oriented this way, so the gate is facing up. I can keep an eye on it when I'm climbing. The way that I climb, I'm going to get to about this level here. That's what, about a forearm, about 3 feet or so. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a backup knot. I'm going to do an overhand on a bite to block the device from sliding down the rope anymore. And that's basically what I climb with there. I might move a little bit more once I get up there and adjust, but we'll see. So I like to have a steeper angle on this, so as I'm going up and the tree's getting smaller, it gets flatter and I'm good. So I start with a steep angle, step up on the platform, weight the rope, make sure everything's good. And then as I'm coming up, standing on the platform, moving this girth hitch up, getting it up to where I need it to be, about head height, tighten down, weight it, and then I use my feet, and I sit in my saddle, and I slide my feet up. Grab the platform, get it about my knees, set it in place, kneel on it so I'm transferring the weight from the hitch directly onto that. Stand up. I like to suck this up as I'm going. So this way, if I were to fall right now, I'm still leaning on this hitch. There's not a whole lot of room for error there for me to fall. Next thing I do, slide it up. I'll feed a little bit of rope through the device to give me that space. Up to head height again, a little bit higher. Pull tight on the hitch. Weight it, and I'll repeat that process. Sometimes what I can do is just foot under and get it to hold, and then I can get to a good spot, grab it again, and move it up to that knee height. If I need to, if the tree's getting smaller on me as I'm climbing, I can readjust the length of the strap there, and I'll go up, and then I'll stand. So once I get to hunting height, I don't know if you all can see me because one man angle here, so what I'll do is I'll come down a little bit more. I'll inchworm down just a bit here to give you a better view of my way of rappelling down. Let's see. I think you all can see that there, maybe not. But what I'm going to do when I rappel down is I will back myself up again just to make sure that I'm super safe, got me where I need to be, and I'm not going to go anywhere with that knot. I've got the knot right against the device there. Hopefully you can see that. If not, I'll have to record this again. But what I can do, if I'm going to leave my platform in place, I can scoot it around, slide it out of the way, and then just rappel down since I'm already hooked into my rappel line. What I will do is I'll take this 2mm rope that I have, this tag cord that I've got, and I'll drop that all the way down to the ground. I'll remove my platform out of the way. Put it over my shoulder. So I have it with me. Go anywhere. I'll undo all these backup knots that I have. Holding on to the brake device, or the brake strand of the rope as I let go of the last one. And then I will start lowering down. Give myself the space that I need. I'm going to drop my butt and I'll walk down the tree down to the height that I want to be at. And then what I can do after I take my device out of my rope out of the device, I don't have much to do to get this rope down. All I got to do is pull on this little 2mm tag line and then work the rope a little bit more, and it falls right down. That's kind of my way of getting up and down the tree. I think that you can use that in the SRT method as well, or single stick, excuse me, this is SRT. I believe you can use that in the single stick method as well, and it should be just as effective. I haven't used a single stick method yet. I plan on trying that next year, seeing how efficient that is to climb. I really like this seat part. Again, this seat part right here of the Lone Wolf hand climber. What I did was I put some Velcro rope straps to keep it in place, and then I can show you how I pack in and pack out when I pack up here. I've also had somebody ask me a question, I believe it was Behind Enemy Lines on YouTube, about the difference between the Kong duck and different carabiners. So what it looks like. I'll also show you the DMM Rhino from the other video. So I didn't bring the attache carabiner out like I thought that I did, but I've got one of the what is this one? The AMD carabiner, and this is the Kong duck in there. It has the room to move around. It would go all the way through if I didn't have my 2mm cord through there. It's got a little bit of wiggle room through there. Again, I use this specifically for my ascension aspect of things if I'm going to stay up and I'm going to send the rope after. So I'll use that as a hand ascender. Typically on this side, the rope will be running through there. Here, I can demonstrate that really quick. Actually, I'll go up a little higher and demonstrate that again. Yeah. Clear this up a little bit. I'm not going to go super high, just enough to give you the example. So let's say I left my platform up there, up high, and I wanted to get to it, right? Oh, rat's nest of cord. I'll deal with that after. There we go. So I left that up there and I want to ascend back up, right? I got my Gri-Gri, I hooked that back in. I take my ropeman and I take my ascension foot loop there, and I'll also, I'll grab another carabiner as well, a non-locking carabiner as well. I will hook my ropeman. I will hook my ropeman onto the rope above. Move that a little bit here. I'll hook my ropeman above my Gri-Gri onto the rope. Everything's harder with gloves. I'll then clip my ropeman in. I'll take my handy dandy Texas kick here, get that on there, clip that on so I've got my two strands hooked on. And then what I'll do with that non-locking carabiner is clip and flip, and then I'll put my brake strand, lock that. I'll clip the brake strand of my rope through the non-locking carabiner, and that just redirects the angle of pull on my brake strand. It makes it easier to climb. So once I get my feet in here, let me lower that just a hair. Once I step into my foot loops, lower it a little bit more. I can then take the brake strand of my rope, which is a little funky here. Give me 1 minute. Try and keep everything similar on similar sides, just to keep things organized. So I'm actually going to redo the way that the carabiner is running, or the brake strand is running through. I did it backwards. There we go. Top, through, and back down. Now everything's clean and organized and running in a smooth manner. Clip that back through. I'll clip, flip, clip the brake strand through. Now, when I pull my device up here and I weight it, right, I can slide my foot up sure that I follow gravity here. It's sending me over that way. Keep my toes pointed into the tree, stand up, and as I pull on my waist, pull down on the rope, I'm bringing that device up. First one's always a little awkward getting off the ground. It's up, down, up, down. I will then tie a backup knot again to make sure I don't hit the ground, right? You don't want to be hitting the ground. Tie that backup knot so I'm safe. We'll move up again, down. And then I would transition onto my platform from here. To go down from here, I would just undo. Again, I would do another overhand, so that way I can go hands-free. I'm not going to hit the ground there. I'm good to go. Get my feet out of there. That way I'm just sitting in the saddle. And then just undo all of my devices above my belay device. Flip it on to whatever spot on your saddle that you have. Undo your knots. Hold on to the brake trim when you undo that last knot, and then you're good to lower. So those are the ways that I get up into the tree. I hope this is helpful. Actually, pause. So again, I'll show you a couple other carabiners with that, with the ropeman. So again, with the oval or the AMD carabiner, you got a little bit of wiggle room. It would be able to slip all the way around if I didn't have the cord in there. You can use non-locking carabiners with them as well. Not my preference, situational dependent. But this is one of those camp photon beaners that I was showing you. So you got a little bit steeper of an angle and it pushes it. It kind of wants to force it down that way. It doesn't have a flat shelf for it to hang on. And then the SMD, or the small D from Petzl, clip through there. And this one is a little bit smaller of a hand shelf. So I prefer the oval or an attache for the Kongs. You got a little bit more room in there. So you can make a little bit more noise. It can make a little bit more noise, but I still really appreciate those a little bit better just for ease of use. And then the DMM Rhino goes in and fits a little nice there too. And again, another little shelf for your hand to use as an ascender. I'll show you this Rhino, how it works in preventing So let's see. I don't know if it'll go all the way around with the rope or with the Gri-Gri. I can't remember. So I've got the Gri-Gri in. Clip my bridge line in, and that's why. I'll tighten my leg loops down. It'll fit better. So this right here prevents it from being able to flip over. It's not going to flip. It won't go past the little horn there, and then the bridge won't go through there as well. So again, it's whatever you prefer to use to keep you safe. Whew. Sun behind the clouds gets cold. I hope this is helpful, everybody. I'm going to continue to put the content out there. You continue to come back. I think the next couple of videos that I'm going to put out are some of my some of my many failures from this past season, be it tracking or be it in the saddle. Just something a little bit more entertaining than educational, and then I'll try and flop it back and forth. Stay tuned. If you want to continue the conversation, comment down below, like, subscribe if you want to. Whatever's going to do to help you and help you get information out there to other saddle hunters, do it. Thanks for watching.